Hi, this is part 3 of my 3-part adventure series of my e-bike ride down in Borrego Springs, California. 3 days of great riding and sightseeing. Now, a quick flashback. At the end of part 2 of my 3-part series, you remember I was in the desert at night, lost in freezing cold weather with no lights. I did actually make it back to my place and remember the combination to get in. Then, after a quick warm-up and a good night's sleep, woke up the next morning to bright, beautiful, sunshiny skies, and I got up early and got ready to start out on the day. Everything started out as a bright, sunshiny day, but there was an incident that could have caused a lot of harm. Now, the main intersection of Borrego Springs is called Christmas Circle, and it's a huge roundabout with exits to every part of the city, as you can see. And Christmas Circle is about 10 miles from where I was staying, and you can see from the red arrow where I entered Christmas Circle. And it's a pretty big roundabout, and I haven't been here in a while, so I thought I would take a cruise around the whole circle just to check it out. Even though there wasn't much traffic this day, you still have to pay attention and be defensive because there are drivers that are just in la-la land. Hey! Now, the camera doesn't do this justice, but this car only missed me by about 3 or 4 feet, a little over a meter. Now, if I hadn't veered to the right and slammed on my brakes, I would have been a hood ornament.
Hey!
And if you look closely, you can kind of tell that she saw me because she veered all the way over to the left before she pulled into that turnoff. Like I said, the camera doesn't do it justice because she was pretty close, and I did have to veer off. Fortunately, I was able to make it around the Christmas Circle, the big roundabout, and to the right turn, and about, say, 8 or 9 miles out of the circle, come across these fabulous desert sculptures. All these sculptures are off the main road and onto dirt paths. The paths are pretty packed. There's some soft spots, but you can ride your bike on them, no problem. But they are spread out, so plan on spending, 3 or 4 hours out here checking them all out. These sculptures are of all different sizes, but these big tall ones are almost 20 feet tall. The Serpent is probably the most famous, and, well, one of the things is it's one of the biggest, but it's also right next to the road. It's only maybe 25, 30 yards off of the main road, so you can easily get to it. You can see it from the road also. And for scale, the tippy top of the Serpent is approximately 20 feet off the ground. It's huge. I spent about a little over 5 hours out here on the back roads checking all these sculptures out. It was fantastic. I was, however, keeping an eye on the time because I didn't want to get caught that far out and at night again, even though I was carrying my lights and everything with me. Turning into my place, I looked at my monitor and I had actually spent almost 39 miles on the day's ride, including the back roads out there seeing all the sculptures. So once back into my place, what would be better than a nice little barbecue out on the patio? I know this was only supposed to be a 3-part series, but I think I'm going to have a 4th part. I'm going to call it a bonus part, where I'll show a few more of the sculptures and a little more information on the area and on the artist who built the sculptures. So stay tuned for part 4 of the 3-part series. I'll call it my bonus part of the 3-part series.